Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to day 17 of Create One Good Habit for Good challenge. We just checking the technology. It looks like all it's working. So today I want to talk about sort of next steps. So expanding on yesterday and you believing and growing your self-belief that you can continue doing this just like you've been for the past 16, 17 days on your own when this challenge finishes. And today to expand it, hi Shelly, welcome. Thanks for joining live. On expanding potentially your habit. So what I want to say is that, as Tony Robbins says, growth is one of our core needs as human beings. Without growth, we actually become complacent and stagnant. And even though sometimes we're okay in our comfort zone, but deep down, we do know that we're not fully happy, right? Like we don't feel fully happy, we're kind of discomfort, even though it's scary to leave the comfort zone. So growth is something that as human beings we need for happiness and feel fulfillment. So when you think about March and continuing on your good habit journey, there's sort of three options you can take, and neither one is better than the others. It's really depending on where you are with your habit, how do you feel about it, and where you want to take it in March. Now you can always change it in April or 3 weeks down the road and so on. There's really no rules. There's no right way or one perfect way to do it. But the options are, A, you continue as is. So you stay with whatever habit you have so far, the timing, the length, everything, because you feel that's the right fit for you. And you continue to anchor it even more and to really make it automatic, where you don't even think about it, you just enjoy the benefits, and you sort of, that becomes your mode of operation or your level of operation every day. So that's option one. Number two is you could expand on the same habit. And by expanding, I mean maybe adding more frequency if you're not doing it today, every day, or maybe adding a little bit more time. So if you're doing something for 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, whatever that is, right? So you're expanding on what you are already doing, because as you remember, we started with the simplest and the easiest way, and maybe you're ready now to grow that. Or option number three is you add something else to that habit that is complementary and can help you, feel better, whatever that is. And why you could add, it's because when sometimes we create habits, we already have a certain time of the day when we do it, and that can create like that anchor, right? So you don't need to now think about, oh, what time do I do this new thing and so on. You can just do it at the same time if that time works. So let's just say that maybe you started with taking some deep breaths in the morning, and now you're like, yeah, I feel great. Maybe I will stretch for 5 minutes. And again, it's not something big, 5 minutes. It's much easier to add than if you decided, oh, now I'm going to, work out for an hour every morning. That might not be feasible. But would you have 5 minutes to, for example, add stretching to your breathing, right? So that's also an option. And then this way, it's just easier to add that to already an existing habits. It doesn't have to happen with every habit, right? But when you think about expanding or when you think about adding at some point down the line, those are some options and suggestions you can do. But do what's best for you, right? There's no right or wrong option. And I just want to remind you some sort of core 3 principles that we've learned over this challenge. So number one is you want to always keep it the simplest and the easiest that's possible for you, right? So if adding on something new or if expanding on feels still not easy and overwhelming and so on, don't do it, right? Because you don't want to waste to the work you've done. You want to continue the work, and then you can add on or expand on whenever, right? No perfect time. Then remember about always adapting to your current life situation. So if your life situation changes, change the way you do habit if necessary, just so it's easier and simpler. And then the third one, it's okay to experiment and try. So you might be thinking, okay, expanding feels good right now. I'll add another 5 minutes of journaling or 5 minutes of meditation or whatever. And then you try, and then you realize, but it's not the best idea right now, just because there's things coming up and whatever. So it's okay to move back to your stable, or it's okay to change things. Okay. Remember, you are in charge, you're in control of your habits, how you structure them, and making sure that they fit your lifestyle, not the other way around, right? That you don't want to try to change your whole lifestyle to this one small habit. All right. So again, as usual, let me know if you have any questions or any you want coaching or anything. If you don't, then I'll see you tomorrow. Now, the one thing that I did want to say is that for those of you who actually have a business and want to learn about some couple of good habits in your business, then I do have a new webinar coming up on March 8th, 10th, or 9th. I will put the information in the comments. And this is really related to your business and how to grow your business, make more money without overscheduling yourself. So if you're interested about learning that, you can join me. All right. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow.